where do you get your B12? That's what a lot of the meat eaters ask vegans and vegetarians is, where do you get your B12 from? You know, like, you're going to be really deficient in it. But the thing is, when they tell you, or when they ask you where do you get your B12 from, you can ask them, well, where do you get your vitamin C, vitamin E, fiber, folate, and magnesium from? Because if you're eating a high meat diet, you're lacking in all those other nutrients. So, so the thing is if you eat a lot of meat, that means you're not eating a lot of plants. And if you're not eating a lot of plants, then you're going to fall short in those nutrients. And the meat eaters can't just supplement, because supplements aren't natural to begin with. It's better to get your vitamins and nutrients from your food. So, you know, when they always try to make you look deficient in nutrients, they're actually even far more deficient in a lot of important nutrients than plant eaters, especially if they're eating a whole food, plant-based diet. I'm not talking about, you know, corn chips, whole grain chips, and bread and all this stuff. I'm talking about real food, like berries, bananas, nuts, seeds, green leafy vegetables. Green leafy vegetables are the most nutrient-dense foods out of all food, but a lot of people don't eat them. So, you know, I laugh when people will say, well, where do you get your B12 from? Or, you know, where do you get this and where do you get that? It's ridiculous. Like, I don't have to kill an animal in order to thrive, in order to be healthy. I hardly ever eat meat. And that's the thing. Like, eating a piece of meat, eating a piece of fish, having a glass of milk, having an egg, it's not going to kill you. But if you're going to cram your system with it every day, especially like these paleo and Weston Price diets are all telling you to, then that's when a lot of problems can happen. And, you know, they focus too much on animal products, and they don't focus really at all on vegetables and fruit, or beans, or whole grains, or nuts and seeds. They even go so far as to say you don't even need those foods, and they're poison for you. And you know, high carb diets are bad for you, which is ridiculous when most of, you know, societies on Earth have lived off high carb diets. Carbohydrates are the preferred energy for the body. So how come everybody's saying, you know, you don't want to eat carbs, you want to eat a lot of protein, you want to eat a lot of fat? It don't make sense. See, I think the real thing is that people want to hear what they want to hear. People want to be told that, go ahead and eat all the eggs you want. Go ahead and eat all the steak you want. Go ahead and slather on all the butter you want. Go ahead and sprinkle all the salt on your food you want. Go ahead and eat as much guts, fat, and grease as you want. It's all good for you. And yeah, Weston Price observed that fat-soluble vitamins are really important for you. But I don't think he meant for people to just only eat that, you know, and cram your system with it. Yeah, we need to get our fat-soluble vitamins. That's why I take a tablespoon of cod liver oil every day, so that I supply my body with EPA, DHA, vitamin A, and vitamin D. You know? But I don't have to consume tons of fish every day. I don't have to consume tons of meat every day. And I don't have to drink milk. We don't have to drink milk in order to be healthy. And this whole idea that you need fat in order to have a healthy, functioning libido, we don't need a ton of fat like people are recommending. Like slathering on whole sticks of butter, you know, that's not healthy. Yes, some fat is good, but we shouldn't be consuming massive amounts of it, because fat doesn't have any nutrients in it. it's mostly just oil. You know, it's oil, fat, and calories. We want to get more nutrients, and vitamins, and minerals, and enzymes, and phytonutrients, and antioxidants. Those things are what keeps us healthy and prevent disease. And yeah, we need some of the fat-soluble vitamins and things. But people are going overboard, and they're just eating as much meat and animal products as they want. And that, to me, is just disgusting. And listen here. I tried those diets. I did. I consumed gallons of raw milk. I consumed dozens of eggs. Loaded up on protein. Went low carb. And the only thing that got me was I started putting on a lot of weight. I was sluggish. I was lethargic. I couldn't move around as easily because I didn't have a lot of energy. And I started putting on excess weight. And I started sleeping a lot longer, and when I woke up I didn't feel as rested. Those are all signs of a low-carb diet. Those are all signs of nutrient deficiency. Those are all signs, guys, of toxicity. And if you're just going to cram your system with all that stuff, then I guess you have to suffer with the consequences. Nobody can convince you. You got to be convinced in your own mind. And I'm just here to tell you what it did to me, and that you know, a lot of the older people that are still alive, like Bernardo Lapallo, you know, here's a guy that consumed fruits, veggies, and a little bit of fish most of his whole life, and you know, some beans and some whole grains, and he's 109 and really healthy. And you know, if you want to say, oh, he has some type of genetic problem, or he's not making enough hormones and that's why he looks young, that's ridiculous, guys. I'm a man. I'm 24 years old, and you know, if people want to laugh at me and think that I'm too young, well, let them laugh. You know, you guys can keep on laughing, but I'm going to keep on eating healthy. And that's my mission on this YouTube channel, is to tell you guys that you got to eat more fruits and vegetables. You got to eat more beans and whole grains. You know, and if you want a piece of meat or a piece of fish or a glass of milk, then have some. But don't cram your system with it every day. Don't make that predominantly what your diet is, because that's just not healthy. You know, you got to keep your colon clean. You got to support your organs. And the American diet, you know, is already too high in fats, already too high in animal products. This is nonsense, people thinking that they don't eat enough animal products or that they don't eat enough fat. Guys, they are eating tons of animal products and tons of fat and tons of processed foods and all these other things. And they're not the picture of health. They really aren't.